Hello, everyone. Welcome to this special session of Wake Your Potential. My name is Manish Pankani. I'm from Water Train Limited, part of the RSK Group. So especially warm welcome to our clients. This is an unusual session. We've opened it up to everyone as part of this Wake Your Potential series. So it's also to coincide with International Day of Happiness, which is in a couple of days' time. And just a few brief housekeeping announcements before we start. You're currently all on mute. There is a chat box where you can post messages. You can certainly post questions. Time permitting towards the end, I'll take those questions and answer. If I can't, because it's only a 30-minute webinar, I'll certainly get to you by email. And at the end of this session, or after this session, we'll be sending you links to where you can find resources from this presentation. So the techniques, how to perform them, how they can benefit you, all of that will be sent via links. And also there'll be a short questionnaire. If you can take a couple of minutes to fill that out, we really appreciate it because all your feedback really helps us to improve future sessions. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's go through the presentation then. So just to give you an overview, this does coincide with the International Day of Happiness. A few words about that, this United Nations initiative. And then I want to talk more generally about why happiness matters, both in the workplace and also in your personal life. It's also linked with gratitude, actually. Happiness and gratitude go hand in hand. So a little bit about that as well. And then the most important part of today is to take you through 3 guided practices, takeaway techniques that you can take with you to really build on your sense of joy, happiness, and gratitude. Next slide. Okay, so I'm sure many of you have seen this before. These are basically the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, otherwise known as SDG. And why am I showing this to you? Well, actually, when it was adopted in 2015, it was with the intention of how poverty could be ended, how the planet could be protected, and also to ensure that people could enjoy peace and prosperity. And as you can see there, number 3, that circle, you can see it's all about good health and well-being. So at RSK, these SDGs are fundamental to our strategy. They really do shape our internal practices, but also how we present and offer our services externally to clients. And overall, it really creates a framework for positive impact for both people and the planet from our side. Next slide. So, as I said right at the beginning, the 20th of March, in 2 days' time, is International Day of Happiness. And this session has really been aligned with that. So, next slide. So there's a quote here. And what I really want to say about this is that, you know, the General Assembly of the UN back in 2012, it proclaimed an International Day of Happiness. And why? It was to really recognize the relevance of happiness and well-being as universal goals and aspirations in the lives of human beings around the world, and the importance of their recognition in public policy objectives. It basically recognized the need for everyone to have the right to be happy. And that means it also is there to recognize something that's more inclusive and more balanced in terms of not just economic growth, but how we can promote sustainable development, poverty, which the UN is clearly very interested in, but also happiness and well-being for all people. And what's really interesting, actually, if you look at how this whole UN initiative started, it was actually initiated by Bhutan. That's Bhutan, which really recognized the value of national happiness over national income. It's really interesting. So back in the 1970s, it very famously adopted a goal to say, for them, gross national happiness was more important than gross national product. It's really unusual, right? Most countries would not say that. But that's how it felt so strongly about the need for happiness. It actually brought this to the UN. It actually had a very high-level meeting at the UN General Assembly in 2011. And it actually presented a meeting which was all about happiness and well-being to define a new economic paradigm. So it's been around for a while, actually. And a country like Bhutan has actually given it a sort of national significance, not just a day in the UN's calendar, but actually how it wants its citizens to be treated and how they want to see their policies implemented. Okay, next slide. So I want to say a little bit about happiness in the workplace and also in our personal lives. So starting with happiness at work. Well, there's a lot of research, as you might expect, that really shows the connection between happiness, gratitude, and various aspects of workplace performance. So if we start with productivity, creativity, and innovation, many employees, or happy employees, are more likely to be engaged in work. And this really fuels higher productivity. So there was actually an interesting study back in 2019. It was published in the Journal of Labor Economics by Oswald et al. And what they found was that happiness led to a 12% increase in productivity, whilst unhappy workers were 10% less productive. Now, these may look like small changes, 12 plus 12 minus 10%, but that's a spread of 20%. That's like saying that difference can make as much as a 1/5 shift in a company's productivity, depending on where you are on that scale, that happiness scale. A positive work environment also fosters creativity and innovation because employees would feel more comfortable sharing ideas and taking risks. Gratitude also enhances problem-solving skills and encourages individuals to seek innovative solutions to challenges. If you look at something like engagement, motivation, and commitment, happy employees are more likely to be emotionally invested in their work. And gratitude sort of fosters that sense of appreciation and recognition. It's motivating, it motivates employees to perform at their best. And when employees feel valued and supported, they're more committed to the organization's goals and objectives. And it's interesting, actually, because as I was preparing this presentation, it reminded me a few years back, I did an Awake Your Potential session for the Siemens head office. And their program for Awake Your Potential was all based around the company values. This idea that it really helps employees commit to an organization's goals and objectives is very true. If you look at things like job satisfaction and success, well, happy employees experience high levels of job satisfaction because you're more likely to find fulfillment and enjoyment in your work. And gratitude really promotes that positive mindset that allows individuals to focus on achievements rather than dwelling on challenges or setbacks. It really drives us forwards rather than getting stuck in the past. And satisfied employees, you're more likely to perform well and achieve your goals overall. So really what we're saying is ultimately fostering happiness and gratitude can drive success, both at an organizational level and also individually. Next slide. So the first slide was a little bit corporate, but what about our personal lives? Well, happiness really guides us towards more positive habits and choices. That really promotes overall wellness. When individuals are happy, they're more inclined to engage in activities that nurture their physical, emotional, and mental well-being. And there's a lot of research out there that says that happy individuals will prioritize self-care practices. So things like more regular practice, or eating more healthy, or taking up practices like mindfulness or meditation, or ensuring that you're taking sufficient rest, like we focused on last week, which is all about peaceful sleep. All of this contributes to an improved health outcome and overall wellness. If you look at relationships, well, happy individuals are more empathetic, tend to be more supportive, more communicative, and that really strengthens connections with others. So what we're really saying is that, overall, if you look at all of this, it's really helping us to manage ourselves better mentally, And also, as a consequence of that, it does reduce stress and anxiety. There's a very strong correlation between experiencing levels of happiness with general stress, anxiety, and of course, as you'd expect, depression rates are lower in people that express more happiness. Okay, next slide. So for those of you who've been to these sessions before, you'll be familiar with this. It's what we call the 5-body wellness model. It's a way to understand how different activities are impacting us. So if you look at happiness, it actually affects every level of our being. Happiness, yes, it's a state of mind, it's a state of emotion, but it does affect the body physically. It does affect our energy levels. It certainly affects our mind, our intellect, and of course, in some areas of wellness, they would say actually happiness is the ultimate goal because it actually cascades into every level of our being. Okay. So that's as much as I really want to say about the introductory part. So the next thing, sorry if you can change the slide, Caitlin. I want to take you through some guided practices, 3 actually. First one's called hand-on-heart meditation. Hand-on-heart meditation is really a technique that helps you to shift from your mind to your heart. It's a happiness, joy, positivity is a feeling, right? And it's experienced actually in what we call the heart center. And it's a lot to do with what we call heart-mind coherence. There are lots of smart watches out there now that actually measure this in a person that shows the balance between what's happening in the mind and the heart center as a center of feeling, of positivity, of love, of joy. And it's a certain balance between the functioning of the heart and also the way the brain is functioning. So the first meditation is really to find that balance and really to help you start to feel more the sense of happiness. The second one, I think you'll enjoy. It's really to help you leave with a smile on your face. And actually, it's something I can do so easily that can completely shift your mood in a very short space of time. And we have this saying, right, that the outside is really a reflection of what's on the inside. And I think you're going to like this one. It's really going to show you how in a space of just a few minutes, it can completely change how you feel on the inside, and that shows on the outside as well. And the last one is going to be what we call the Earth Gratitude Meditation. So there's so much research out there that shows the importance of gratitude between people, how we treat others, how it shows up in the workplace, at home, in relationships. So we'll do a guided session on that. That really allows us to explore gratitude in every aspect of life. Hence, it's called the Earth Gratitude Meditation. Okay, so at this point, your job is to sit back and relax, to be guided in the next 15 minutes through a series of practices. So if you're sitting on a chair, my suggestion would be try and sit upright. Keep your back straight. You can relax your shoulders. Your hands you can just place gently on your knees, palms facing up. If you're sitting on the floor, it's absolutely perfectly fine. Hope you're comfortable there. Of course, you'll be sitting cross-legged. But again, try and keep your back upright as always and relax your hands on your knees. Okay, so as I guide you through these practices, I'll encourage you to keep your eyes closed, helps you to focus. But I just want to point out a couple of things so I don't disturb you later on by asking you to open your eyes. In this first technique, I'm going to ask you to hold your hand in front of you, okay? It's going to start in front of your face, like this, a little bit of a gap, not touching the forehead. And then I'm going to ask you to lower your hand towards your chest. And when you do that, again, you keep a bit of a space between the chest and the hand. Okay? So it's going to move in this direction. And then in the last meditation, the Earth meditation, I'm going to ask you to hold your hands in front of you like this, like you're holding onto a ball. Again, a little bit of distance, and it's kind of level with where the heart is. Okay, so that's it. And actually, Caitlin, I was thinking maybe we could have the music. It'd be nice, right? Make it a little bit more emotive. So if it's okay, Caitlin, let's play the music in the background as we go through this. Okay, so there's music playing in the background. If you can't hear it too well, just turn up your volume a little bit. You should be able to hear it. Okay, so to begin with, actually, let's close your eyes. A few deep breaths. Breath in. Then use the exhalation to just release any tension. Feeling of just letting go. Using the out breath to let go of tension, any troubling thoughts, just to ease the pressure. Relax the shoulders and just go into that deeper, more relaxing state. Let's do this a few more times. Okay, you don't need to force the breath. As I take you through this guided practice, I want you to actually visualize a tortoise. Just use the power of your imagination. Just visualize a tortoise. And notice how this tortoise very slowly withdraws its head, withdraws its limbs, and goes into its shell. And now all you see is just the shell. In the same way, I want you to withdraw your awareness from the outside, this outside space, and turn your attention inwards, going from the outer space to your inner space, where we can experience the power of wellness and well-being, the power of meditation. Now, take your right hand and place it in front of your forehead, leaving a short space of a few inches. Don't touch your forehead, just hold your hand there, just in front of your forehead. And then bring your awareness into that space between the palm and the forehead. Center yourself in this space. Your awareness, become aware of the feeling between the palm and the forehead. And then very slowly, start to lower that hand in the direction of the floor, not touching the body, still leaving a space a few inches, and then stop when the hand arrives at the middle of the chest, just opposite the heart. Now place your awareness into that space between the palm and the chest. Centering yourself there, you might start to notice that sensation. It may be physical. You may notice it, you may not. It's okay. No judgment in that. If you do, you might start to notice a little bit of feeling of tingling or expansion. It's like an opening in the heart center. Not the physical heart, it's the center of our positivity, our emotions, our joy, our happiness. It's the seat of love, actually. So centering yourself, focusing that space between the palm and the heart center. Start to feel the sense of compassion. Try to feel the sense of gratitude. The feeling of positivity. feeling of happiness. A feeling of love. Love which actually is behind all of these feelings. It's at the core of this. Just try to notice what is there. Whatever comes up, just notice it. Positive things. As you continue to focus here, just listen to what I'm saying. The heart has its own intelligence. It has its own feeling that drives decisions. So if there's a certain question that's on your mind, direct it to the heart center, not the mind, but the heart center. And then listen to the answer or feel what your heart is telling you. Because this is what the heart has the ability to do. It helps you to feel what the mind can't comprehend. It does this in the way of feeling. If you don't get an answer, it's okay. Okay, and then just lower that hand. And now rest that right hand on your knees. Just keep your awareness at the heart center. So techniques like this really help you to become more balanced between the mind and the heart. So now, I'm going to guide you through a practice. Again, you can keep your eyes closed. It will help you to focus more. It's the smile meditation. Or you can call it the happiness meditation on a day like International Day of Happiness. So, to begin with, just bring your awareness to your mouth and to your lips. And then allow the mouth to break into a smile. Gentle smile. And notice how the corners of the mouth turn up. That's what a smile is, right? The corners turn up. But you know, you can make your entire body smile. I'll show you how. So bring your awareness to your right eye now. Focus your attention on your right eye. And very gently, not applying physical force, but just through the power of your mind. As you focus on your right eye, let the corners of the right eye turn up and break into a smile. Just notice how you can actually feel happiness in your eye. Then bring your awareness to your left eye. Allow the corners of the left eye also to turn up so you can experience happiness in that left eye. And notice the feeling in the right eye hasn't gone, it's still there. Then bring your awareness to your nose, your nostrils, and allow the corners of the nose, the nostrils to also turn up into a smile. It's like it's like an emoji, like the smile of an emoji. You're not visualizing that emoji, but allowing yourself to feel there is happiness in that part of the body. Then the ears, the earlobes, allow the corners of the earlobes to also turn up into a smile. Same with the mouth, the lips where we started. Just take a moment to notice how your face is feeling. All the senses are engaged in this quality of smiling. Then bring your awareness to your your chest, the middle of your chest. Again, allow the chest to also break into a smile, the middle of your chest. Staying in your abdomen, stomach area. The side of your stomach and abdomen is also breaking into a smile. The knees, the kneecaps, also the corners turning up into a smile. And let's take all the toes, all the fingers, the fingertips, each one, all 20 of them, turning up at the sides into a smile. Feel it in your hands, in your palms, in your feet, in your toes. And then notice it across your entire body. Now, bring your hands in front of your chest, as if you're holding onto a ball, but don't touch your body. Now, in that space between your hands, visualize planet Earth. Just for a moment, take a moment to admire the beauty of the planet as it slowly rotates between your hands, slowly turning this place we call home. And you might start to feel a certain sensation, a certain flow of energy that moves from your left palm to your right palm, and then from the right to the left. It goes back and forth. And centering, bringing your attention to your heart center. Allow this feeling of happiness, of gratitude, of love actually, from your heart to encircle the earth. It's like it's flowing out from your heart center and enveloping the earth that you're seeing between your hands. And here's the thing about happiness and love. The more you give it, the more it grows within you. That's the secret to happiness, to joy, to love. The more you give it, the more you share, the more it grows inside you. So let it flow from the core of you to the earth. And as you zoom in, as you look into the earth, see the place where you live, see your loved ones, your partner, your family, your friends, your colleagues, in different places, and allow this same feeling of happiness, of joy, of love in your heart to go to all of them. See the people that work tirelessly for you. Doctors, nurses, the emergency services, people that don't even know you personally, but that work for your welfare. A show of your appreciation and gratitude. Allow the same feeling of happiness, of gratitude, of love to flow to them. See the different creatures of this world, the animals of the forest. Allow the same feeling to go to them. This planet's also their home. The birds in the sky, the same feeling, joy of happiness, of love to go to them. The creatures of the sea, the same feeling from your heart to go to them. Then I want you to zoom out, so you're still seeing the earth between your hands. still rotating. And then focus on this one unique individual out of 8 billion. That's you. See yourself in this moment, performing the Earth Gratitude meditation. And allow this love, this happiness, this gratitude from your heart to be poured upon yourself. Offer it to yourself. And then finally, you can lose the images, keep the eyes closed. Take your right hand, place it in the middle of your chest. Place your left hand over it. And just notice that feeling. Just notice that feeling and try and come back to this awareness, this feeling during the day. And also try and bring it to others and share it with others. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, so 3 very quick techniques. I'll just very briefly wrap up. So, Caitlin, if you can just change the slide, show the last slide. One after this. Okay, so there's a word I kept using actually, although today was about happiness, it was about gratitude. There's another word that kept coming up, which was love. And these techniques really, love underpins everything we're talking about. And I hope these techniques really helped you to feel that in a way that it comes from within and it's not dependent on something necessarily on the outside. So just to finish with, you're part of the RSK group, or actually if you're joining externally, we'll send you links to where you can get all these materials, how to do these techniques step by step. And also you can get more information on the new Awake Your Potential or updated website.org. But on that note, I've gone slightly over. I hope you enjoyed today's session. It is International Day of Happiness on Wednesday. You can also repeat this session next Monday at 8:30. But really take a time to reflect that on happiness as being not just a fleeting thing, but it's actually something we continuously work and try and develop. And the more you have it, the more you bring it to yourself, the more you can share it with others. And the more you share it with others, the more it will grow with you. So on that note, I wish you a wonderful day ahead and a week ahead. Thank you for joining.